this round we have a really interesting matchup for you. We have Jeskai mid-range, but then he's crossed out mid-range and written pile of cards instead.
Yes.
So a Jeskai Dragons deck, pretty much. Not playing the counterspell though.
And he's going up against Carl Wikberg, who's playing Abzan Glimpse, that is named his deck. And that's because he plays Glimpse of the Sun God.
Not Glimpse of Nature. So
no, that would be a pretty good card.
Yeah. Actually, it would suck in this deck, but
yeah, true. And also, there's Become Immense as a bit of a shocker.
Yeah, he's doing some really interesting like card choices.
Yeah.
And the creature base is also interesting. He's chosen to go down a little bit on the 2-drops and instead play 4 Warden of the first 3.
Exactly.
Use 3 Lions and 3 Rakshasa Death Dealers. But of course 4 Siege Rhinos.
And 1 Den Protector. Yeah. For some extra added value.
That's a good card.
Yeah.
And on the other side we have there's a lot of one-offs. 1 Icefall Regent, 1 Thunderbreak Regent, 2 Stormbreath Dragons.
1 Seeker of the Way, most notably.
It's the 5th Soulfire Grandmaster.
Yeah.
If you look at it.
Yeah.
And then he's running 2 Ogitized Command. For those of you who wanted to see that card, the new Cryptic, as it were, in Standard, this is your shot. And a lot of burn.
I like I like the old one much better. And Egil, we learn is the only person from Uppsala in this tournament. We saw him yesterday playing the Legacy. And I'm not sure if he made the top 8, but I do believe that he is in at least in some way in contention in the overall standings race.
Yeah.
And
chosen to play 3 Valorous Stands too. It's quite an interesting list. He gets to play Mantis Rider, which is, I think, secretly still very good.
Yeah. It goes up and down.
We haven't seen it in a while.
Depending on the prevalence of lightning strikes and bile blights, I'd say.
Yeah. There are against where it's not great, but like the more burnish your deck is, the better the card becomes.
Yeah.
So. And this deck is quite heavy on the burn.
Yeah, 3 Wild Slashes, for instance. And I suppose that the thought is that you want to be able to rebuy it with the Soulfire Grandmother.
Is that your grandmother? Is she a Soulfire Grandmother?
I just thought of it. Aren't I clever?
Yeah, really, really clever.
The usual 4 Rebel Masters.
Yeah. So 8 free drops.
Yeah.
You can choose between Hoarding Outburst and Rebel Master. He selected to go with Rebel Master. Which is, I think, quite good against the Esper deck. Because they're not running the 4 Bioblights and it can stick pretty often.
Yeah. Wikberg first on board with Fleeceman.
Leading off with the Fleeceman.
Yeah. And
both decks have a lot of one-offs. I think it's interesting.
Lightning Strike, no?
Yes, first the Soulfire Grandmaster here, looking to gain some life, maybe.
Yeah, the 3 life that you lose this turn will probably be gained by the.
Yeah, provided you want to kill it, it's I think almost you should really play it first because you're ±0 in life, but you gain. You do 2 damage provided you get to attack.
Yeah,
and it's not like it's a choice really. We see the
Skyland
in his hand.
Yeah, he's moved it to the front here.
There's a Wild Slash and a Stormbreath Dragon, and I think maybe a Valorous Stance. I'm not entirely certain. No, it's an Ogitized Command.
Egil with the attack here.
Wisely choosing to attack first. Drawing out that Lightning Strike. I thought he would have killed it already.
Yeah, now he exposes himself.
Actually, he exposes himself to Dramoga's command pretty heavily if he strikes there, though. A command in return is really bad for him. So I think waiting is better, because then he at least burns some mana of his opponent.
Yeah, true.
I mean,
but now
now
you miss out on the life gain presumably here,
no,
because
say he commands in response, you can wild slash now.
I think he downfalls in response.
Yeah, I think you're still the aggro deck in the matchup, so that's not. And if he taps out, you don't run into that danger. So I think it's the better play to pass the turn. But sure, in this situation, it was actually worse.
Egil.
It's actually quite good for him to get his 2-drop killed, though, because it makes Ojitai's command better.
Yeah. Since he has access to Ojitai, he has something to
arise,
bring
my
back.
minions.
So, Carl.
Have you seen the selfie stick thing of the Ojitai's command?
No.
Once you see it, you can't unsee it. That deal. There's a guy holding a thing like this, so it really looks like a selfie.
Oh, okay. And Carl trying to clear the board here first, holding his Sorin here.
And Egil short on lands, not where you want to be. But he's
never
very heavy on removal though, so he's not in danger of dying anytime soon.
So
we see a warden of the first tree.
Yeah, and a follow-up Sorin, I'd assume.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. And I suppose you make.
There's a Rickshaws of Death.
Yeah, that's an option too. But he can't play it with regeneration mana open because of the planes there.
Yeah.
So
he likely gets the wild slash that and lightning strike the other guy here.
Yeah, one way or another.
Which is really good. Yeah, so the lightning strike hits the warden.
Valorous stance?
He elects to save it.
Yeah.
With the Valorous stance. And then we have the wild slash biting
the cat.
Yeah. The cat, of course, being much harder to deal with in the long run.
Yeah.
Because he could have chosen to kill the 1/1 as well.
Yeah.
But the cat is just more annoying.
Yeah.
Going forward. Another Soulfire Grandmaster?
Yeah.
They seem to be the name of the game right now.
Yeah, he's drawing them like he's getting paid for it.
There are so many Grandmasters of this Soulfire thing.
Yes.
I thought you were only supposed to have one. Like,
Carl sneaks in a point of damage here.
I think the names of the Jeskai like arts are so stupid. Like there's Soulfire and Bloodfire and Lifefire and
something
Yu-Gi-Oh fire and I don't know.
And there's
Swedish
the fourth
Democrat fire.
And here's the fourth
the fourth Grandmaster. But now he can stoke the flames if he wants to.
Yes.
I think he's gonna like to do that.
Yeah,
likely stoking.
Yeah, he wants to get rid of that.
Primus.
Yeah, because
actually, it might be better to leave the stoke and use the Valor stance instead. But I'm not sure. I think I like stoking more because if there's an eventual siege rhino, you can't deal with that with stoke.
Yeah.
But you can deal with. So he levels the warden here, goes to a 3/3.
Yeah.
I never know what to put that die on. It's like either level 1 or and then it's even worse when it gets 5 counters.
Yeah.
It's like, really? So there's a Sorin.
Yeah.
And a card I'm not sure of.
So
I think we could see maybe Sorin make a vampire here or something possible. Of course, open Sorin to lightning strike or any kind of burn, which maybe is not where you want to be.
Here's a Rickshaws, the Death Dealer.
Yep.
Though.
This time it can regenerate.
Yeah. Courtesy of the 2 Sandstep Citadels hiding out.
Again, of course, still looking to draw land. Nope, not this time either.
He draws another Valorous stance here.
Maybe passing the turn.
Yeah, or playing the other Grandmaster, but then you open yourself for you lose the possibility of stancing a pumped.
And you can't play the Stoke, so I think it's better to pass. Another land.
Yeah.
So the last card is Sorin.
Seems so.
So my dear friend is now reading the chat. I have no idea what he's looking for. That's something.
I was just. I thought I saw something, but I didn't.
And here we see the Sorin coming down.
Wikberg now hellbent.
Yeah, I think you'd want to go up here because it's more. You protect Sorin from lightning strike and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I think that's. Like, just gaining life against this type of deck is really good because it can act like a burn deck a lot of times.
Yeah.
I think in this particular game, he's control, so it's not that big a deal with the life. But still, getting out of, like, dying range is never bad.
Yeah.
I think
I'm not sure how I feel about the attack with the Death Dealer, though, here. If you're going to go up.
I think you probably do it. But he's just gonna stoke the 3/3.
Take 3.
Yeah, go to 14. And Carl Wikberg
Goes up to 19.
Yeah, but then you also get 4 life for the stoke.
Yeah.
So it's a +1 situation for Egil.
Yep. Finally, the fourth land here.
It's a tapped land.
Yeah.
Of course.
It's always a tapped land in this format.
Puts it on top, maybe a land.
Yeah.
Yeah. Attack Sorin.
So if it's a land up there, he has the.
You think you play the second Grandmaster here, or do you hope your opponent is not wary enough to pump 3 times? Actually, yes, 2 times.
The land on top for Egil unlocks the dragon.
Yeah.
Still life here.
Yeah, I think you win this race as Egil, or it's not actually a race because both players have lifelink.
Yeah.
But like you can gain enough life that there's no onus on you to deal with the Death Dealer right now. You can kind of wait it out. Especially since once you kill the Sorin, all of a sudden
the life gain goes away.
Yeah.
And
you know, if I'm Egil, I think I pump at least once.
Yeah. 5 damage. So Wikberg up to 24 and Salomonsson down on 15. And there is the 5th land, Shivan Reef from Apocalypse.
Do you think we'll see the Stormbreath?
I'd Stormbreath.
Yeah, I'd probably. And they swing with everything on Sorin.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some case to be made for keeping up Origitize command, countering the next creature. And here we see maybe some kind of removal spell coming down.
Hero's Downfall. No.
There was a Glimpse the Sun God.
Glimpse the Sun God.
Still deals with Sorin though.
Yeah. Carl Wikberg finding something that he likes on top here.
It's actually quite. Scry 1 in this deck is very close to a card in the late game. Because the deck is like. It has to play a lot of lands.
Yeah.
And so I kind of like that because it's not actually giving up that much in terms of actual card advantage. And it's really good with the Death Dealers because you can end step it and then pump with the full amount,
Yeah.
usually going in for the kill. I mean, not this particular game, but still.
Siege Rhino? Yeah.
Yeah. So
Wikberg
a
up
little
to
bit
27.
punished for not playing, or for not keeping up the Ojitais command here.
Yeah.
Should he attack or not? Yeah, like not to attack.
Yes.
And there's a Valorous stance, so that was probably a good choice.
Yeah.
What's the last card? That's a dig for
Dig
time.
through time.
Oh, that's very good here.
Yeah. Gonna take one to cast it though.
Yeah, it's not the end of the world.
No. Eventually we might see dig through time with buyback.
I think the ballsy play this turn would be to Valorous stance the Rhino pre-combat, and then go to combat, attack with everything. When he blocks and regenerates, you dig for a Wild Slash.
Yeah.
There's 2 left in the deck. I think there's definitely, like, you could have done it. I'm not especially since you can get another one of those. Like, even if you miss, you're not giving up on that much. And if you hit, you just win the game. Or very close to it.
Pump 2.
Yeah. Dig 4.
Egil is on 8.
Interesting attack there. I think we're gonna see a Valorous stance. No, actually digging first. I guess if
Yeah.
you have...
If you play it the other way around, you get to delve with the dig, with the stance.
Yeah, but you're not gonna want to delve your whole graveyard anyway, because that makes upcoming digs worse.
And also Ojitai's command, of course.
Yeah. And the first card off the top is gonna be a Wild Slash.
So Egil goes down to 7 here. 3 lands. Wild
there's a Wild Slash.
2 of them actually. So
Oh, it's a lightning strike, the other one.
Yeah, okay. So you keep the burn here.
Actually, what I think you should have done is you should have dug before combat, because then you can get a land and a lightning strike too and have the same effect. Sure, he's less likely to block.
Yeah.
But he gets you more attacks.
Exactly.
And it's not like such a Hail Mary play that
It looks like Egil agrees with me and takes 2
Burn spells. Yeah.
And he could stoke the flames here. He opts for the Valor stance instead.
Carl Wikberg on enough life that he's pretty far off from dead still, but he's not exactly in the driver's seat of this game. Another, what's the name of that card? Something Citadel something? No, it's the Sandstep Citadel is the junk one. It's Monastery something or other. Attack down to 13 if these life totals are correct, which I'm sure they're not.
I'm sure they are.
So it was another land. This guy's to the bottom, and he's probably gonna have to stay home here. Maybe not. Maybe your only leg out is to just attack.
The problem is those grandmasters though.
Yeah.
It's hard to raise them.
I'm not sure what he's looking to draw here.
Den Protector.
Tassiger would be pretty good too. Maybe like a sequence of Siege Rhinos.
Yeah. So now Egil Wild Slash is the Death Dealer just to tap it.
Yep. I thought he would Ojitai's command end of combat to put another 2/2 into play.
He buybacks the Wild Slash.
So he has lethal? Yeah. No, he's actually 1 short.
Yeah. No, because the life totals were wrong. Wikberg was actually on 13. Take 8 here, go down to 5. Now he has Wild Slash and
Stoke. Yeah.
Stoke.
So the game is over.
Yeah.
Or not.
Passing the turn, maybe trying to gain a little more information out of.
Yeah. Yeah, knowing, for example, whether your opponent has Dromokas come on or not, because that's not ubiquitous,
Yeah.
is important if you can get the information. And apparently he's on 7 now.
Okay.
So looking at the sideboards, who do you think gains more going into the postboard? From here, I guess we see
Salomonsson gets to take in another Valor stance, 1 Glare of Heresy,
2 Brimas.
maybe 2 Bremas.
I could see bringing Kiranos too.
Yeah.
And the strokes are good sometimes and not good sometimes. It's hard to know whether to bring them in. But I think 2 you can probably fit. From here we get a Mistcutter Hydra, maybe a Glare of Heresy. Not sure. Probably not actually.
Wikberg getting Wild Slash time and time again.
Yeah, I'm not really focusing. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Duress is probably coming in.
Yeah, I like Dress.
Because it gets an eventual disdainful stroke, and it's just, you can always deal with a burn spell.
Yeah.
It's also good to take Valor stance. Plummet, 2 of them are very likely coming in.
Yeah, just to deal with
Yeah. And then
the dragon that he's seen, and there's
Dragon
also
Lord Dromoka.
yeah, there's also the Icefall Regent waiting in the deck of Egil Salomonsson.
Yeah, there's
And the Mantis Riders that we didn't see at all in the first game.
and the Thunderbreak. There's a lot of flyers.
Yeah.
So I think likely he's taking out maybe Valor stance. Ooh, this is hard. I think he's cutting Valor stance and Dromoka's command here.
Yeah, maybe. Like Dromoka's command is pretty good when your opponent is on the burn you guys.
Oh yeah, you can negate burn spells with it.
Yeah.
Never mind. I forget about that mode because it's never used in the other.
Yeah,
matchups.
but the +1/+1 counter is nice too.
Yeah, it's very good actually.
Yeah, and
Glimpse the Sun God is obviously coming out.
I think he keeps it in. What I was thinking regarding the plummets was that Carl Wikberg only saw the Stormbreath Dragon, so
Yeah.
he might be undervaluing them
That's not
post-board. I'm leaning towards taking out the commands for.
Yeah, they're good on the play, I think. Because if he had the land, they would have been good this entire game. It's really powerful to counter a Siege Rhino or something of that nature.
Yeah, Siege Rhinos is.
I think what's coming out is Wild Slash. Doesn't have a lot of targets here.
But he did see the Death Dealers.
Yeah, but that's not exactly something you want it for. And even the Warden, you can only do it like really early. I think the card is so bad against there are Death Dealer is not a sure target, and that's the only thing it can kill outside of Dem Protector.
But like the Death Dealer, like if you still have the Wild Slashes in the deck, you still have you are almost always going to kill a Death Dealer eventually with a Wild Slash. Because it's so mana intensive to keep the regeneration / pump up, and if you're on that plan, you're not developing your board at all.
Yeah, I just think I feel like you're bringing in enough cards that you don't have room for the Wild Slash anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I could see cutting the 2-drops as well. They get blanked fairly quickly, especially the Grandmaster. It gets you some more late game potential, what with the buyback thing, but I feel like you're probably cutting the Grandmasters, and then Command becomes worse enough that I think you might cut that too. Depends. It's if you want to take the control role, which I quite like. But
Jeskai pile of cards is the name of the Egil's deck here, and I wouldn't go so far as to call it a pile. Like, sure, it's a pile of cards, but it seems definitely.
It's also plastic and acrylic colors, maybe.
What?
In the pile, it's just not only cards. There's also plastic.
Oh, you mean he sleeved his pile of cards?
Yeah, exactly.
I understand.
I'm trying to be funny. It's probably not. But,
when I understand what you meant, I thought it was funny.
Maybe 1, 2.
I feel that the sideboard in the SK deck isn't quite that geared toward Wikberg's deck here. It's the deck names are flipped.
Yeah. I think I like the matchup you have, like in a vacuum though.
Yeah. The Valor stance is obviously coming in, but yeah,
I quite like Karanos too, and the Glare. Because like what I want to do is I want to take the control role and just like play Karanos, kill everything, because your deck is pretty well equipped to do that.
Yeah,
and I
maybe.
mean, Elspeth you can deal with like all your flyers. Like if you're gonna play it almost like the modern America control deck. It's like a burn deck that's looking to take control and then eventually burn your opponent out. And I think that's what you want to do here too.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm looking to cut the two drops as well and just play removal on the early turns.
But like the
maybe the Stinful Stroke.
The 2-drops also make it so that your burn spells don't have to pull so much weight, and you can waste a couple of them to actually kill some creatures.
It's just that they get blind so early. Maybe keeping the Seeker of the Way in is good, because the card can actually trade.
Soulfire Grandmaster, land.
He kept the Soulfire in.
And I think that's Rabble Master at the back. Egil finds his 4th land there.
Yeah, Mantis Rider too, and then.
Yeah, and
there we see the Lion, the most. I think it's the most played card in the room. I'm not sure, but it sure looks like it.
At least from the matches we've seen here.
And all of the players I've talked about have been playing some kind of Lion deck. I saw blue, like green-white collected company Aggro devotion list. That was pretty cool. From Marcus Angelin. He said that deck can beat everything except for devotion, and it can never beat devotion.
But Angelin was on Ojutai Band.
Nope, he wasn't playing blue.
Okay.
Collected company instead.
Okay.
They look kind of the same. There's aspect of the Hydra in Angelin's deck. But
okay. Egil trying to figure out which land he...
To fetch.
Yeah.
Decides on the plains.
Yep. Zendikar Full Art Plains. Most of them are actually very beautiful.
Yeah, I love them. Especially the plains are incredibly beautiful.
Yeah. Soulfire Grandmaster.
Coming down.
Yeah.
Looking to take the race to call Wikberg. And then we see the Drowning Sorrow.
Yeah.
I don't like bringing that in at all, personally. But
this time is gonna work out fairly well.
It's gonna be a 1-for-1.
No, because Egil might actually play the Rebel Master next turn.
Oh yeah, like maybe. Yeah, it might be a free roll to bring it in. At least one.
Attack. bring Salomonsson down to 16. There's the lightning strike.
Yep, sure looks like it.
So maybe we lead with the
No, I think that's a thunder break region.
No.
Is it like another art for the lightning strike?
Nope.
Yeah, maybe I missed blind.
Um,
I think we're gonna see the Mantis Rider come down here,
yeah,
and this actually plays around
fairly well.
too.
And
So Carl Wikberg goes down to 15, and Egil goes up to 18. Where did he lose the first point? Oh, he fetched.
Yeah.
So yeah,
And the players
my
seem-
2-drop is better than yours. You say? I was like, nope,
and
that's not true. And there's
There's
another
another-
lion off the top.
yeah,
A lot of lands in the hand.
yeah.
4 of them, I believe.
I think it's a siege rhino at the back, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, yeah, that might be right.
Yeah.
That's a lot better than a land in this.
Um,
Are you looking to play the siege right now? Like, go down under the
yeah. While
disdainful, eventual disdainful stroke
yeah.
that we know he doesn't have still.
Fetch.
Yep.
And since Wikberg doesn't have a 5-drop, he doesn't mind waiting on playing those tapped lands. The 2 Sandstep Citadels in the middle of Wikberg's hand. And down comes
Siege, Rhino boy.
taking Egil down to 12 and Wikberg up to 17.
Turning the race around once again.
Yeah. So you
Another Mantis Rider comes
Yeah.
off the top.
yeah, and that makes the Drown in Sorrow in Wikberg's hand a bit more embarrassing.
Yeah, I feel like that's the problem. Like, it can be good, but I think the problem is that there are hands where. Did he attack yet? Yes, no.
Yeah, he attacked.
Oh yeah, maybe playing around Bile Blight. Killing the lion here.
Yeah. A bit wary of his life total here, not wanting to
Yeah.
take the extra 3 damage here.
Yeah, and I think dodging the monstrous activation.
Yeah.
But I guess Lightning Strike kind of answers that very nimbly, so I think it's mostly that he doesn't want to be forced to. Because if the lion attacks and doesn't monstrous, he can't kill it.
Yeah, exactly.
No double block here? No, I don't think you can, but
It's very gutsy. I'll
it
give you
warrants
that.
being- It would have actually paid off, too.
It would.
Yeah, because
No.
there's no removal. And,
There's a Drown in Sorrow.
yeah, but that's a 2 for 2.
Yeah.
And here we see the round is over anyway. So
Scrying.
1 for 1, but you get the scry. So we have the classic race of the Mantis Rider versus the Rhino.
The problem is there's another Mantis Rider.
Yeah.
So he left the card on top and then fetched.
Well, that's the way of the future.
Yeah.
I mean, the card is somewhere in his deck,
Yeah, true.
unless he's, I don't know, cheating.
And these Mantis Riders, though, on Egil's side of the board, they close out the game so fast.
Yeah. They're incredible. was thinking maybe you could actually build a burn deck in this format, like a true burn deck, with the Eidolons and the Mantis Riders.
Yeah.
Maybe
Valorous stance picked up here for Egil. Really stringing his cards together.
It's a very good draw.
Yeah.
Very, very good draw.
So now he gets to play the Mantis Rider and have a removal for the Sea Rhino.
Maybe thinking about playing the Golden Ravel Master now that he's seen the drown.
Yeah.
I think playing the Mantis Rider is better because if Carl Wikberg attacks with everything, you can actually go for the win the turn after.
Mm-hmm.
But that Warren's not playing a blocker, so it's.
Seems like
it's actually the Ravel Master.
And the Rebel attacks.
Yeah, and we see the block.
Yeah.
So Wikberg goes down to 10.
Yeah.
He draws a lion, another one.
And now there are a couple of the Valor stance in Egil's hand makes this board very, very favorable for him.
I think I would have liked playing Mantis Rider better because it also shuts off fetching for.
Yeah. But Egil has scouted the top of his deck and knows that there's a lightning strike on top.
Nope. It's interesting that he didn't play the second lion here though. But I guess this way is better. But if he's going to monsters, he should have done it end of turn.
Yeah, while Egil is out of mana.
Yeah, maybe he's representing something.
Making a token.
Actually not playing it.
Yeah, killing the Rebel Monster here. Trading off. But I want a monstrous. Is that okay?
I think both players kind of screwed the pooch a little bit here. But Carl Wikberg ends up in the favorable position.
The favorable position of having a 6 life against.
Yeah, I mean still, but. I'm not sure you get to be that afraid of Wild Light in this situation. I guess if. Yeah, see, there's a Siege Rhino.
Yeah.
And then the lion swings, and you could lose here.
Drain you for 3.
Go to 8. And Carl goes to 9.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Egil goes to 8.
if he played the Mantis Rider the turn before, this would look very differently.
Yeah.
Now, he has to peel a lightning strike, and he just wins. So, I mean, but still.
Yeah.
Take 4. Go to 4.
Yes.
I guess he can probably jump his way out the next turn as well. Oh,
That's a fetch land.
So he needs one Mantis Rider to survive here.
Yes. And attack for 6. Glimpse the Sun Good would be.
Yeah, that would be a very good draw. What is that?
That's a bile. No, it's a.
The ultimate prices?
Drown in Sorrow, I believe.
Yeah, probably an ultimate price.
An ultimate price? Okay.
Yeah. So I think Egil actually loses here. No, ultimate price can't kill any of the actual good cards.
Yeah, exactly.
But still, he has to block both.
Yeah.
So it's top deck.
Yeah. Come on, Stoke.
Come on, Kalitas. Okay, you have one. He has one block, so it's not much.
He has one block, but he's not very fond of it.
No, it's not the best block in the world.
No. You take 1, go to 3. I make another lethal attacker.
Come on, top deck. And he draws a wild slash. Dig for time?
Yeah.
Yeah, dig for time is probably lethal. It'll have to be a very bad one for it not to.
So, how many cards does Egil have to delve away in this group?
More than enough.
Yeah.
He's using the old ultimate price.
Yeah. The old, as in
return to Ravnica.
Yeah, 3 years ago, 2 years ago.
There's a Storm Wrath
Dragon,
and that's our Shuro.
That's a good card. There's a Stoke as well. So
I'm gonna reveal these.
yeah, still had all these. Yeah.
And he chooses to go for the more unsafe play too.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't play around Slaughter Pact.
But with the Stoke, you could have died to Dromoka's command.
Yeah.
So Egil Salomonsson takes the game 2-0.
Yep.
And as you said, the ultimate price proved to be the Drowning Sword proved to be somewhat lackluster. Of course, it's helped by the fact that Egil drew two.
He drew his two of his best cards.
Mantis Riders. Yeah.
But there was 2 Siege Riders from the other side of the table, so that's it
kind
of evens out.
Yeah, it seems fair. It looks like the round is there's about 10 minutes left, so I don't think that we have a backup match to find, unfortunately, because most of the matches are already moving into their game 3 here. Disregarding that, though, I'm gonna take a look out in the room and see if there's anyone between matches, so that we can move over. And it's actually true that we have designated backup feature matches. It's just that they finish